Hello everybody, this is Gladys and this is the Self-Willed Soul. I'm doing your weekly pick a card reading. I know it's a bit late, but like I said, they are becoming weekly-ish until I can get into a rhythm. I've been doing lots of stuff. But I feel that in any case, they offer, because my pick a card readings are about the lessons and I suggest work to do for the week ahead. Even if it's an extra day or two, there still can be a lot of benefit from that. So I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to your comments, your likes, your subscribes. Thank you. So welcome back everybody. So to what I thought I'll do today, in closing my previous series on lockdown, what I did was I did a reading for each of the participants as a way of saying thank you, but I just did a simple one, drawing from the major arcana, one card from the major arcana and one from the John Holland's chakra cards. But I thought for here, what I'll do is use the major arcana as the bottom card, you know. I won't see it beforehand anyway, but that will be your card. My health is not present today, and then I will do the readings as normal. Okay. Group 1. Oh gosh, what the hell? Excuse me. Group 1, Group 1, Group 1, Group 1. Oopsie. No, I've seen those. Seen those. Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. Death is at the bottom. I like that at the bottom of this deck is the Lover Bounds. Okay. Group 1 is the Penguin. Group 2 is the Lion. Group 3 is the Chameleon. And Group 4 is the Zebra. Okay, so make your choices and I will see you now. Welcome back, Group 1. Let me no, this won't be Group 1, but welcome back everyone. I just wanted to share, I promised that I will also share my what I've learned from the week before and what I took. I chose Group 4, and there were two key lessons from there. The one was, where are you standing in your own way? So the key reflections were about standing in my own way and where do I need to take a leap of faith. And it was really, really powerful because I did have a realization. You know, I think often we know, right? We know in our hearts or in our heads, and we need the other one to catch up, because this was a realization that I really knew. I knew it deep down, but I needed to confront it, and it just hit me. Two things. That was the one thing, and you know, it's quite personal, so I don't really want to share it here. And the other was where I can take a leap of faith. And I think that's I feel I need to sell my car so that I can fund Self-Willed Soul, because I have so many things that I need to make my Self-Willed Soul work. I've done a reflection on lockdown as a summary of the series that I've just completed with my wonderful friends. And I've spoken about that aspect of work and maybe needing less, having less options and stuff like that. But I'll be posting that later as well. So let's start with group 1. I'm aware that the solar plexus fell out. Oh gosh. So I'm so glad that I can edit now. We'll start with group 1, which is the penguin. Of course, I must let go of these others. So group 1 is the penguin, group 2 is the lion, group 3 is the zebra, and group 4 is the chameleon. So let me put these guys to the side. Group 3, group 2 is the lion, and the penguin. Let's see what you've got, group 1. The Heart Awakener. Okay, so for me, the penguins always remind me of the twin flame journey, and you get Reborn, which is the tower. So there's something to do with a heart connection that needs rebuilding. Yeah, you can read that. Let's see what else comes out. I'll draw a couple more cards for this group. Let me face them. Okay, so focus. Let me focus. So, your major arcana card is about, it's the Lover's card, right? The Lover's card speaks about integration of two aspects. It is a card of love, and perhaps this is a love reading, and I'm going to go with that because for me the penguin talks about twin flame relationships, and yes, I kind of believe they exist, but I don't necessarily believe that that they are about people being together, you know, necessarily. Okay, so you I actually have to double check that I don't only have major arcana, which is ridiculous. You have trust in the upright, and you've just got major arcana here. Wow. So we come back to the central card being that of the Lovers. So this is a very happy card of harmony, and I'm going to take this as a love reading. You know why the penguin? I see the penguin as a deep love card symbol, because it is about a monogamous relationship. So if you're not into that, then obviously this is probably not the pile for you. But the African penguins mate for life. Look at those cute eyes, man. So I think this is a love reading, and my view is that something's worrying me. Yeah. My view is that that harmony in relationships does depend on internal harmony. I mean, I think that the more harmonious we are, the more likely we are to have harmonious relationships that are not based on I know that codependency is a word that we use in the spiritual sector, but I would like to suggest that they're not just based on destructive needs, like a need for the person or a need to control the relationship, the need to own a person. There are relationships that work that way, or there are relationships that I think that this is talking about, like a kind of deeper soulmate type of relationship that is based on two very strong self-full people who are aware and understand their boundaries. They have a flow. Now, the interesting thing is that you've got the rebuild card and you've got in the upright, which suggests that perhaps something fell down, something came apart in this relationship or in a relationship, and there's a need to rebuild. Now, the positive thing is that the Tower card, which is this rebuild card, in the conventional tarot, traditional tarot, the rebuild card has a tower, which is a kind of indicated in her this woman's dress here. The tower comes apart, it falls apart through a lightning. There's the lightning through some kind of higher force. Now, the thing about the major arcana, the implication with them is that they are very higher order, major changes that are almost inescapable. They are like preordained, or not preordained, but they come from something higher than your conscious self. So if you're not a believer in a higher power or something like that, you could see it as your higher self, your highest wisdom, bringing that to you because that's what you need. So I think the positive of having the tower in the upright is that this has already happened. It's not something that you're resisting. So the tower speaks, this tower has come every week, I think. It speaks about letting something fall which needs to fall, because the foundation wasn't solid. So the house, the whole structure, hasn't been built on a solid foundation. So you have to, it needs to come down. So it's being forced to come down. And in this reading, the suggestion is it has come down. And now is your chance to rebuild. I always think that in a case like this, it's either rebuilding with a current partner or rebuilding with the partner that you should be rebuilding that with. And you will know what the right thing is for you. It's so interesting. Opposite the honeybee or the heart awakener, the lover's card, is the balance card, which is temperance. And I think that's so interesting because that's the work for the week, I think. Together with the rebuild card, you have the trust card. So I think that this is so amazing. I really think this is amazing. This group is... but you did get this in the reverse, which is fine. I just thought I'd get a little clarifier. And to me, it's indicating that this is definitely about a relationship or love relationships. One needing to fall so that another one can be rebuilt, or the same one needing to fall in its current form so that another can be rebuilt in a more beautiful, more awakened form. With the trust here, to me, it feels like this group one, you are, I'm sorry, I'm getting lost because I realize I didn't choose and I'm supposed to choose beforehand. And okay, I can't choose this one, even though it's delightfully beautiful. But that's fine because love is really not in my mind at the moment. But I'm going to choose the zebra, which is group 3. With the trust card here, focus, cuckoo, that's me talking to me. Right. With the trust card here, tower moments are not easy. It's easy to say this group is really on the right track in a sense because you've got all the major arcana, all that power behind you. But even though you are accepting this fall of the tower, it doesn't mean that it's easy. So I think that you are just being invited to really just flow with it. Don't try not to resist. Try not to be in your head about it. Just trust, because the implication with this card is that there's so much reward in trusting. You don't have to take any burden. Allow it to flow. This person is almost like not even diving, but just falling into the energy and this beautiful energy around them. So just fall into the energy, and really just trust and go with the flow on this one. Oh no, I was gonna read. I was thinking of the flow card, which is also John Holland's in his other deck, but that's a different card. I think that the key lesson for you for the week ahead is to try to do this inner work. Now the Temperance card is in reverse here, and here it's what you're needing to do is try and bring it into balance, into the upright. So it could suggest that at the moment, because of all this change, and it came just below the Lover's card, possibly because of all this change, you could be feeling a little bit unstable and insecure, but I don't think it's a big level. You could be feeling a bit unbalanced, maybe that's the word. And I suggest that this group needs to be very gentle on yourselves in the week ahead. Try to do this in order to come to that balance. Like, don't think about the balance. Don't work too hard on that balance. Just almost, I think that your week ahead is just about allowing. Just keep reminding yourself, I allow, I allow. I think that's really beautiful. There's such a nice energy of just softness for the week ahead. Okay, I'm also drawn to this pink there, the heart stuff, green is also the color of the heart chakra. There's pink in there, and then the lovely purple hues here, purple and green. So your colors, maybe if you wanted to draw on color, it would be green and then pinky purple kind of colors, and that's very peaceful, very peaceful. So I'm going to leave you there, beloved group ones, and I hope that helps. I think that you're on a really nice journey, a lovely journey. Don't overthink things, just go with the flow. Have a peaceful week. I mean, maybe if there's anything you need to be conscious about, is just keeping it peaceful, keeping a nice rhythm, just like just rolling with it, because I think you are being divinely guided in this process. Okay, group one, lots of love to you. Bye. Okay, welcome back, group two. You've chosen the lion. Let's see what we have for you. Let me just see what we have for you. You have two that just popped out. Okay, so so you have the Moon Dreamer, or the rabbit, in this deck. So your major arcana is the moon, and we are in the full moon in Scorpio at the moment. So that is also a water card. It's the card of Pisces, but I always associate it with Cancer. So it's a sister energy. Let me draw one more. It seems to suggest, okay, that brings a different spin now, but to me there feels like also a love relationship. Lion. Okay, so your central card is the moon. Now the moon can speak about those things that are hidden, and I think the moon is an invitation to confront your fears. Okay. So this is your major arcana. So that is the main archetype that is you working with you at the current moment. So you know, I am just looking at the card of the devil. This is the devil card in reverse. I think that you are also undergoing quite a major change, and I think it might be in relation to a relationship or relationships, because the Three of Cups can speak about multiple relationships, although it's in the upright, so perhaps it's one relationship. But with the Master card here, or the Devil card, almost mirroring this card, it's in the reverse. There's something within yourself that you're afraid of looking at. That is what I think. The Devil card is about mastering the shadows, those aspects of ourselves that are hidden to us, that we perhaps we can't see, but we don't want to see them. It could even be positive aspects of ourselves, and it's about finding ways of integrating without judgment. To me, the Devil card is I was just thinking about this navel gazing thing. I think I have a PhD in navel gazing, if there was such. I'd have it. And it's because I'm a Capricorn, I suppose, because I really do this crap. Not to say that I'm so aware of all my shadow shit. No. I think that if I see it, I'm willing to go there almost gleefully, which is a bit weird. Maybe I'm a bit psycho or something. But nevertheless, you are dealing with hidden stuff, stuff that you are afraid to confront, and you might have some fears about confronting that hidden stuff, and the encouragement is to do so. It could be related to love and opening your heart. There's a crack there in this heart that's in the hand. It's opening your hand, opening your heart, being willing to share love. But maybe the terror is, I'm going to pull a couple more cards, is in if I open my heart and if I risk this strengthening bonds with another human being, will I get hurt? Will I be caged, perhaps? Yeah? Wow, and that's such shadow stuff to confront. Why would you feel caged? Why would you feel that opening your heart to someone would make you feel caged? You know, like, what are the underlying reasons you would feel that way, you know? And of course, we are so different. Some of us are meant to be solitary walkers, I suppose. Some of us choose that, and that's okay. But the suggestion in this group is that there's obviously some relationship of interest that you want to open your heart to, but something's blocking you. You are you're afraid. There's something you're afraid of. So I would suggest that this group really needs to go in and look at not what the fears are, because I think that the fears are very much about either this heart being broken or this heart feeling trapped. And I think those are the things you need to do in order to heal, to let the healing happen. I like too that the green there is shining. It's also around the heart. Yeah, I'm not going to speculate on the green at the bottom, but anyway, there's a lot of that green heart chakra energy here. And in this healing begins, the person is opening themselves up to the healing, to looking at the issues behind the curtain, which is linked to this, the devil card of being willing to go within and ask yourself hard questions. So I think that's it for this brave group who's being called to look at your shadow stuff, look at your questions of your fears about relationships, your fears of being controlled, and your fears of being hurt. They're almost like two opposing fears in a way. And I think that's your work for the week, is just asking your heart, what's the root of those fears? And you know, we can lose out on meaningful relationships because of those kinds of fears, and that's the only reason why this is important, because obviously there's something that's significant going on in your life. So I hope this resonates for you, group 2, and I hope you can find some answers. I'm sending you I'm going to leave it there because I think that the messages are clear. And have a wonderful week ahead. I'm sending lots of love. Bye. Okay, group 3. Welcome back, group 3. Let's see what we have for you. Okay. Observe. Should be opening this as well. Okay, so you've got the Chariot, Spirit of Freedom. Wow, we've got that. Like that. And we had that in the upright as well. That's the Hanged Man. It's kind of like a dual energy here. I think we'll get a couple more. Wow. Second time that's come up. I'm going to draw one more. I don't know why. Just for some balance. And then 2 more come out, right? So I'm complicating things here. So with the Chariot here, we are on a forward motion. We are moving forward swiftly and with balance, and we need to trust that. The Chariot's very powerful, and that's the energy that we have around us for the week ahead. So just hold that with you. There's an issue of finding balance because, well, we have the Juggling card here in reverse, which may suggest, given that we also have the Temperance card in the upright, that we are learning what to let go of and what to hold on to. Or perhaps that's what we need to think about in order to come to balance. What do we let go of? And what do we hold on to? It's really interesting. There's something about past relationships here. Past relationships. If you believe in past lives, this is the card of past lives, of relationships that are from past lives, but also relationships in the present from the past, in this life from the past. So it seems like everyone's dealing with some kind of love thing. I mean, I'm not aware of, for me, but you know, it does suggest that there's past love lurking somewhere. With the Open Up card, this is the 4 of Coins, and the 4 of Coins is a card of holding on to stuff. And I think that's also just a guidance to keep our hearts open, to keep our minds open, to keep our, perhaps, to keep our attitudes open about money and how money comes in. I think that obviously many people are worried about finances right now. I think that we are being asked to trust. Yeah. And to not feel the need to hold on tight to resources simply because we are going through a difficult time. Okay. Then the other major arcana we also have 2 major arcana, which is really, it's quite powerful. It seems to suggest that there's something major going on at the moment. We are being asked to simply observe, and the Hanged Man. I love the image of the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot. The Hanged Man is suspended by their feet, and they can't really move, but he's choosing to accept that being suspended. Okay, I'm upside down. I'll just chill. I'll just enjoy this feeling of being upside down, and in the process I then get to see the world from a different point of view. And that's the thing about the Hanged Man. He finds enlightenment on an issue through being suspended. Not through being suspended, because he could be suspended and raging against his suspension. For example, lockdown. We can be. I mean, the lockdown is a time of suspension for many of us, and so you could be there and be really frustrated by it, and not want to engage with the world on happy terms, or you can just use it as a time to learn and to just chill and say, okay, I'm open to whatever. And I think that's what we are being encouraged to do, is just to open ourselves to whatever. Open up card, Hanged Man. And letting go of what doesn't serve us. Letting go of the juggling. What's the too much that we're doing? Is there a thing that we are doing that is a bit too much? Just let go of some aspect in order to come to this balance. Although having the balance card in the upright suggests that we are kind of like we are. This is not too hectic. Perhaps we have already let go in our heads. Maybe perhaps we're not aware consciously. It's not come to the forefront yet. But perhaps we've already accepted something that we need to let go of. And now we can, and that's why we're starting to find this balance. And perhaps the letting go is also in this just being in the flow. We've got the major arcana in the upright, which is awesome. It suggests that we are doing the willingness to just go with the flow. And that's wonderful. And then we get this beautiful card, the new Vitality card. And that's the Ace of Wands, which is a powerful card of, well, I'm willing to bet that some of us, you, whatever, might have some kind of passionate encounter or some kind of passionate thing that is hanging around. Like perhaps somebody wants to has an offer for you. It could even be work, could be something that makes you feel passionate, because the Wands cards can be passion. And I think I'm thinking about love now because of the Simply Love card, but I think I need to come back to that. Okay, but so this could be a new job, which could also then lead to feeling a bit more stable and having this upright, feeling more financially stable. But it does suggest a new beginning, perhaps with the project, with income. And I hope that does happen if you are, well, I definitely hope it happens for me. And if you are, if you are wanting that, I hope that happens for you. It could be an offer of love, of passion, from out of the blue. But it does suggest a passionate or fiery new beginning, because the Ace of Wands are about creativity and passion and fire and getting things done and action, So please let me know how that plays out for you. With the Simply Love card, it is in the reverse. So I think perhaps there's something in the past that might be, that you perhaps you thought was done and it's not done. But I'm not going to focus too much on that card, because I think that the messages are clear here. And perhaps the work for the week ahead is just to keep doing this flowing thing, really allowing that sense of being suspended, enjoying it, observing what's going on, taking note of what's going on, and allowing that to be the thing that helps you find balance. In the process of, I guess if you think about the hangman being upside down, you imagine whatever's in the pockets that's not needed. Maybe it's old tissues or a dice. I don't know why dice came to mind. But whatever it is, coins, whatever it is, falling out, right? So in that being suspended, what we don't need, it's been hidden in the pocket, we forgot about it, we just allow to let go of, which is the Finding Balance card. So perhaps keep those in your mind. Remember also that we have the Chariot, which is an invitation to keep moving forward strongly and firmly. It's funny, I chose group 4 last time, and it was also about that moving forward confidently, but with the caveat of last week it was in trusting, but this is the same thing, in a way. It is about trusting. It's about trusting that suspension, being suspended, seeing things from a different perspective. It's like it's conditional. That's the word I was trying to think of, with the condition moving forward, but with the condition that nothing is cast in stone, or trying not to say I've got my eye on the prize and that's it. It's going to be that way and only that way. It's about, I have my eye on the prize and I'm allowing the process to unfold as the process needs to unfold. And trusting that I have this balance, because in fact, both these cards speak about balance. That one's moving forward, charging forward, but with balance. And this is just that harmony, that integrated being. And then hopefully looking forward to a new beginning in something. Okay, let me leave it there. I think you know what the take home is from that. And I hope that's helpful to you, Group 3. I'm definitely looking forward to doing my work. I go back and I listen so that I can see what the lessons are. Like in this one, I'm not as boldly saying this, but because we're all adults. But I hope you get the lesson or the work, and I hope it works for you. Please share your feedback. Please share this with other people that are like-minded and who might benefit. And I look forward to your comments, your shares, your likes, your subscribes. Lots of love, and have a great week ahead. Bye. Welcome back, Group 4. You've chosen the Chameleon. Let's see what your central card is. Wow, magic. The Raven, the magician. So you've got the magician working with you. I'm going to take these out because they seem to want to come out. Which suggests that at the moment you are going through strong a time of quite major manifestation. Right, okay, but I'm going to look at it with the other cards next to it. Okay, so let's put that there. And that there. Okay, right. So, like each of the major arcana, well, all the cards have negatives and positives. Now, with the magician here, and the magician speaks about power, but also about being able to use that power wisely, right? You can choose to use it negatively or positively, and or you can choose to not see your power in a situation. So the messenger of magic is the magician. And you know, you see how the crow has one wing pointing upward and one pointing down, which is the magician has one hand up and one hand down, indicating that ability to bring what's from the heavens down to earth. So it indicates that manifestation power. However, I guess the two things about the magician is that you can use it for benefit, or you can use it for destruction. You can be very destructive with this power. That's the one thing. The other thing is that you can be unaware of it and be not conscious that you have it, and therefore, because you're not conscious, either be not aware of your ability to make things happen, or yeah, feel sorry for yourself in a sense, because nothing happens for me, you know, like hand your fate over to something beyond you. Sorry. So you have the 1 and 2 of wands, and they both are reversed. So they definitely suggest you're not seeing something, you're not willing to see that you have power in a current situation, that it's like you're handing your power over, and it's making you feel a little bit stuck. And because of this handing your power over, you are feeling like this new thing won't come. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to get that job, or I'm not going to move on from here. So I would just caution not to be blind to your own magic and your own power to manifest. Hey? You know what's so interesting here is we have 1, 1, 1, and we have 2, 2. So it's 1, 2. It's like steps, that the steps to manifesting. I don't believe in manifesting in this magic way, right? I think we work hard for our manifestations. We work hard for those things that we create. And sometimes it does require a bit of plodding, like 1, 2, 1, 2, you know, step 1, step 2, step 1, step 2. And perhaps that's what is the thing that you don't want to look at, is that it's not about a magic pull, but at the same time you do have the power. With the base chakra here, it suggests something to do with your security and maybe finances and your sense of family, security, stability. So, and then you have the Two of Swords here, which in John Holland he speaks about refusing to see. In other words, it comes back to that power. So the person is blindfolded, and they are, in the traditional tarot, they have their swords, their hands crossed with swords in either hand across their heart. So like the suggestion is that we have the power to see. We have the power to take those blindfolds off. Her hands are not tied. And here, he doesn't even have a blindfold in this card. He's just closing his eyes. He's not opening them. So the suggestion is you need to. I think this is an exciting week for you. If you can work with the raven, I did call it a crow, but I think they are related anyway. Work with the magician, the raven magic. Perhaps you can ask the question about where is it that you give power over to others, and the other destructive way is where do you wield power negatively, destructively. Okay, so perhaps those are the two things that you can look at, and perhaps draw on the base chakra, on the red. You wear red, drink red, eat strawberries, tomatoes, but just focus on strengthening. You could even do it by just imagining red at the base of your chakra, at the base of your pelvis. Imagination is so powerful. But okay, so I'm going to suggest to you, group 4, that your work is about like owning this magic and owning it in a constructive way. So where do you behave destructively in this regard, like giving your power away or using your power in a way that might be harmful to you and to others? And I guess that's the what is it that you aren't seeing, because this somehow you are not using this in the constructive way, and it's making you feel a little bit trapped and unable to move forward, unable to see what's on offer, and unable to spread your wings. I was going to end it, but it could even relate to feeling stuck because we can't travel, we can't go to our loved ones, which the base chakra can speak about, and spreading our wings, we can't fly, but perhaps it's about looking at the alternatives to doing that, and being comfortable with them, seeing the opportunities in our current situation so that we can still find the magic in them. Okay, so that's just another take on it, and maybe they are all part of the same thing. And I hope that's helpful for you, group 4, and please will you comment so that we can start engaging here. I would really value that. And I hope that's helpful. Please share with other like-minded souls and give me a like and subscribe as well. Lots of love to you, group 4. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Bye.